I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah.
What's that on that beat?
Krispy Kreme whip and the wheels glaze. Yeah, when you move at night, you don't feel shade. Running through the field, it's a field day. Yeah, let her bed at the hood day. She gon' bust down if the beat good. She gon' roll up, bring the park the Lambo, take the Brinks truck. Become a Greek freak when you see bugs. Is your head done? Is your bills paid? When you outside, do you feel safe? If we go up, gotta take phones. I'm with some go ups, I can't take home. Act up in the bay like Draymond. I'ma need my money like Faison.
Hey. Bust it down. Hey, bust it down. Hey, bust it down. When YG coming around, you gotta bust it down. Bust it down. Hey, bust it down. Hey, bust it down. When Travis come around, you gotta bust it down.
Krispy Kreme whip and the wheels glaze. Yeah, when you move at night, you don't feel shade. Running through the field, it's a field day. Yeah, let her bed at the hood day. She gon' bust down if the beat good. She gon' roll up, bring the park the Lambo, take the Brinks truck. Become a Greek freak when you see bugs. Is your head done? Is your bills paid? When you outside, do you feel safe? If we go up, gotta take phones. I'm with some go ups, I can't take home.
Do you cook clean? Do you good? If I write it, you gon' let me know what's good. You gon' let me the first night, I think you should. I'm in that like bam. Nah, I ain't no record. Hey, bloods in that. Hey, turn the lights off, I don't want you looking. Tight.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports.
Coach, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. Now Jones. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. First and 10 here for Flacco. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Second down, Flacco now. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Flacco steps away to his left. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, the double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Caught here by Conley. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Working from the gun, Mahomes flushed out right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open, so it was a first down.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. Second and 10 now from the 27. Second and 10. Flacco once more. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. The result, a first down as the quick slant gets him 14.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
They go play action here on first down. Drops it underneath for Collins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. before the second down play. We'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Once more, it's Flacco. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. John Brown, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and he's getting a nice first down.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90. Ace, ace. Ace, ace.
Now Mahomes. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Well, this gives us a chance to look ahead to some big Week 7 games upcoming. New England, Chicago, that's intriguing. Carolina and Philly, you have that game. And then how about Dallas and Washington? They're a combined 6-5, but they're playing for first place in the NFC East.
And just think, Dallas and Washington fans, when they have children, the first words they teach them are, we hate that rival team. And now they're going to get after for first place in the East. The records aren't great, but the rivalry is strong.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Mahomes now on first down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Mahomes now on first down. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
Game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Black 58 right.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Dancing to his... And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Last year on 2-point tries in the regular season, the Chiefs were 0 for 2. What can they do here? Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2, they convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Baltimore's offense taking the field again, and the Ravens right now sitting at 4 and 2. And they've only allowed 14 points or fewer the last 4 games. So, yeah, we're going to see the offense here in a second. But let's focus on that defense. They shut out the Titans last week.
They are playing Ravens football. They talk about all the time around their building. That's part of who they are. And how about this? Because of that defense, 4 wins by double digits this year, the most in the NFL, had 11 sacks against Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans, a franchise record.
Here's safety, Eric Berry. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Kansas City Chiefs coming back out onto the field here, and they were part of the game of the week for Week 6, right? I mean, no doubt that game against New England, 43-40. Now they lost, first loss of the season, but boy, that was fun to watch on Sunday night.
It certainly was. It's maybe the game of the year thus far, and we were all anticipating it. And they delivered. Patrick Mahomes, a little bit of a struggle in the first half, but boy, did he explode in the second. 352 yards for the game, 4 touchdowns. Did throw the 2 picks in the first half, and he definitely went toe-to-toe with Tom Brady.
I sat him in my fantasy lineup.
Nice job.
I started Deshaun Watson thinking, you know, he's playing, mistake. A little bit of a mistake.
He shows up against anyone. 5 straight games over 300 yards, and the only one he didn't go over 300, he threw 4 touchdowns at Pittsburgh, and that was in Week 1.
He's good.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Ace. Z.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit and not go down and fumble the ball.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Now Sammy Watkins and the rest of the offense getting set to go again. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Brandon Carr there to make the stop. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. On 1st down, Mahomes. Caught here by Conley. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
There we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
And again, it's Mahomes. And an alley to run. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Mahomes going to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So the fumble recovery, now Flacco to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Being chased out left. Airing one deep for Crabtree. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Crabtree, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. Flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Forced out to his left. The ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. What used to name the sideline? Sammy sideline, and use him well.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Now they'll throw with Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flush to his right. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. Watkins, the intended receiver. Well, Charles, after Kansas City losing to New England this past week, we only have one undefeated team remaining, the Rams, 6-0, and they barely beat Denver, but they got it done.
They certainly did. They actually set the pace in that game, Brandon. They got out to a pretty nice lead, and then Denver chopped into it, and the Rams held on late. But you can do that when you have Todd Gurley as your lead running back. Over 200 yards for him. The Rams, as you noted, the last undefeated team in the NFL, and no signs of cooling off, even though they had to go to Denver. Snow in Denver in October, and what was it at kickoff, 25 degrees?
25.
How about that? That didn't even cool those guys off.
This week they'll be at San Francisco trying to get to 7-0. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Flacco. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
This is taken around the 12. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And out come the Chiefs now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college, but I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll run again with Hunt. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Here's Hunt. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On the run, this is Hunt. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. This is Hunt. Muscles him off. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Now Hunt. And he loses the football a second time. And the Ravens have got it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 14. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On the ground, this is Ware. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Black 58 round! Black 58 round!
They come up in an offset eye. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2.
Here we go. Green 90.
They'll try to run it here. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing That position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Collins now the lone man in the backfield, 2nd and goal. Operating off play action. Flacco drops it underneath for Collins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Collins from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City 1st. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Mahomes now to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
To throw, it's Mahomes. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the 1st down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Though, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. Now Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Kelsey out in the slot right.
Green 90. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Now it's Hunt. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, it's Hunt, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his... Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. D. Ford. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. He'll look to throw. His throw's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. Finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Flacco to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. It's complete to Brown, right side. 1st down Ravens as Flacco finds the former Cardinal John Brown. Flacco. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 20, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw it here. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's gonna be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. C.J. Mosley. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're gonna get a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there. And go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. Setting to throw, Flacco. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Nick Boyle from 3 yards out. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
They'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Well, I don't think it takes much to crawl into their mind, right, why they went for 2 there, even though they were unsuccessful. With this type of a lead, what they're worried about, right, and less than 10 seconds on the clock, what they're worried about is just giving up the touchdown.
Yeah, on the kickoff return.
Yeah, so you go for it here to try and ensure yourself. Now they got to make sure they cover it, otherwise they could actually lose. Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but...
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school.